hello you. How are you today?
Pretty good, I suppose. A little bit
Okay,
warmer today. Got cold
warmer
yesterday.
today.
You
Great.
would you remember cold, right?
Yeah, I remember that. And do you know what? Warmer here too.
Oh,
Okay, everybody, thank you for watching us again and again. Don't forget to subscribe and probably like, comment, watch our whole video, and switch on the bell so you all can get notification when we have a new video. Okay, what we gonna talk about today?
let's do a top 10 list.
Top list. Yeah, that's probably the one that we gonna do today.
What 10 important things for people like me to know about when traveling to Indonesia
Indonesia.
specifically, but a lot of Southeast Asian countries, some of this would apply.
Yeah, so this video just for you that gonna visit Indonesia or country around that have similar culture and weather, probably. But we talk about Indonesia specifically. What you have
Okay,
in
then
number one?
how about you can either prepare an electronic visa on arrival or you can purchase a visa on arrival. The complication to an electronic visa on arrival is you have to guess what? Print it out and bring it with you.
So you really need to print it out, even though that's electronic visa
Correct.
from the
It's
experience, right?
oh yeah. The line had 12 people and it went down to 3 because nobody printed it out, even though it said to on the email.
Ooh, okay, so that's really important. I think that's when I mean when your experience about that kind of visa the last time.
I think you have to do minimum at least 5 days before your flight departs. But I think you can do it up to 2 weeks ahead of time for the electronic one. It takes 3 business days ish to actually get it approved and get it in the email.
Now we go to number two. Number two is really important too. I think it's like the you all need to exchange your money with the new one. It's like brand new money.
I'm
You know,
talking from the bank in an envelope that looks brand new.
yeah, that's
Because
true.
if it has Well, the first of all, if you take it and it's been in a wallet and folded, they're not going to give you the top tier rate for conversion. They dock you a little bit. But we've had problems. One was a tiny corner, not even the whole white margin was torn off of the bill. They would not accept it,
Just because, can you see the corner?
just the corner. Yep.
Yeah, the corner like this, and they reject it. They don't even cut like have the bad rate, but they reject it. Okay, just because this.
And that's a
So
50-year-old bill. So, that's more than 50 US dollars. And then you had a $100 bill that had
yeah,
just a hairline cut in the margin that they wouldn't accept too, right?
they won't accept. It's like they have like the really. I don't have that one with me right now, but
Oh yeah, but
yeah,
it
it's
wasn't even through the white margin. It was like 2/3 of the way through, and it wasn't like there was a chunk out. It was just like you had cut it with a knife, just straight down the margin a little bit. And
yeah. So I don't want this one be your case later. So if you're gonna come here and bring the cash, please exchange with something new so you can have like the best rate in here.
And one other thing about the currency exchange, people from the US would not normally think this is the case. It's actually better to exchange in the airport than it is in one of the local um, cashier exchanging places because the airport doesn't typically rate the quality of the bills and dock your conversion rate, and they're pretty much the least expensive as far as the rate to exchange the bills, right?
Yeah, in the airport, but still, I mean, you can change in the airport or in the bank. They are same in the airport or in the local bank, in the bank.
Okay.
Don't go to the exchange company. So it's like Indonesia have like the Mandiri Bank, BNI, BRI, Danamon. It's like all the bank. If that bank, it will be accept your money better. Okay.
And then you can, but don't do it, you'll pay more. You can exchange at your hotel,
Oh yes.
but the hotel is going to give you a lower rate because they're going to take a cut for doing it,
Yeah,
even
that's
if they
true.
have the money on site.
Yeah. So that's number two. Number three. What is number three?
Well, we're going to make it bring sunscreen and aloe vera now because guess what you cannot get in Bali? That's right, aloe vera cream.
Yeah, you
Suntan
can get
lotion you
it,
can
but it's
find.
not like everywhere. You can get
Suntan
it.
lotion you can find, but the strong sunscreen is difficult to find.
That's true. Yeah, you better have if you have your own sunscreen, special whatever, bring from your country. So just use in here.
Well, most especially if there's a reason that there are certain brands that might irritate your skin or be more harsh, bring your own. Bring what you're comfortable with, bring what works. And bring
Or
more than you think you're going to need because, there's only two seasons in Indonesia, hot summer and warm summer, and they're both on the equator.
all right, we go to number four.
Buy something like food in the airport. You can do that in Indonesia because in the US, if you go buy a Whataburger at the Dallas Love Field Airport, it's three times the amount of money of buying the same burger at a Whataburger on the street. In Indonesia, the airport food is normal price. It's not so bad. Um,
Yeah. I mean,
and
for
and that's
Indonesia, still higher for a little bit. It's not really expensive, but that's still normal.
right. And it's we're bred to think, oh my gosh, you can't buy anything in the airport unless it's an emergency. But food, not that big a deal. It's still going to be cheap compared to what we're used to paying normal.
Okay, number five. This is cute, but this is something that always be problem to all foreigner. Almost, not really all, but
I don't know that I would say problem. It's going to be an adjustment,
just
and
probably shock. I don't say okay. I'm sorry, no problem, but probably will be shocked. Will be
and it de-
surprised.
and it depends where you are because the smaller cities it's more prevalent. In the larger cities it's not as prevalent. And then if you go on Bali in a lot of cities, you're really not going to hear much at all.
Okay, so number five will be don't be shocked about the prying times 5 times a day. But I have like the a friend who has like the good hotel in Indonesia. He's the owner of the hotel, and he told me that he been have like a guest from France, and they fussy about that. I mean, what happened? And they call when the guest called the front desk and like, what happened? I don't like this sound. Can you make them stop or something? No, you cannot make them stop because
Let me
that's
explain
what
it
it
a little
is.
bit. This is a loudspeaker that is, for us it's similar to a tornado siren or a fire alarm, and it's probably heard for close to a mile away, and every mosque has this. And of course, there will be a mosque every 2 or 3 blocks, depending on which size city you're in. So they overlap. But you have these, and they go for what? five,
First time?
7 minutes, and it's
Oh, five,
five
7 minutes.
times a
Yeah.
day. And
Okay.
what's the first time in the morning that it starts?
4 a.m. in the morning, about that.
4 a.m. and it goes until sundown, right?
Yeah, in the 4 a.m., usually 4, 5 a.m., and then in the noon, and then afternoon about 3 p.m., 3, 4 p.m., and then about 6 p.m., and the last time is 7 p.m. So it will be praying call. You will hear that in everywhere.
And the really, really, really big one is at noon on Friday because that's a
Oh,
very important
yeah.
time for everyone to pray, so it's longer. There are also holidays where these are longer and more prevalent, but for the most time, you're gonna hear them for a few days. It depends where you are if the one at 4 o'clock is gonna wake you up. Um, but I get, I get accustomed to it. It's like if you live by a train track or an airport or a noisy road, it's just something that you get accustomed to.
So now number six. Number six is you need to bring your own sarung if you travel in Indonesia, especially if you visit the religion place like temple or mosques or something. The bottom line, you need to cover your legs.
Okay, first of all, sweetheart, you say that as if all Americans have a sarong laying around in their wardrobe. We don't, okay? We do not have those.
So I will give you example here when Alan wore the sarong, so you all can understand what I'm saying.
And you don't get to choose if it makes you look fat or not, which color they let you have, right? Or the pattern. But no, we
Okay,
went to what was it? Holy Springs. It was a Hindu.
temple in
It
Bali,
was a Hindu
yeah.
temple that we went to. But yeah, so it had to be
They
worn. So
yeah, they're gonna give you. They have that one, but they're gonna like give you not give, but rent it out, rent. You know,
rent, yes.
yeah, something like that. Uh, but it used by other people, I mean, after him, and he pulled back, and the new guy coming, and you can use, it's rolling like that. So I really suggest you all to just bring your own, or just wear the pants so cover your legs.
I think that's probably the better bet for most people here. But yes.
All right, don't forget about
Oh,
that. And next,
oh, number 7.
number
Yeah.
7.
Yes. You
What is
must.
number 7?
You
What is number
must.
7?
And I speak from experience. You must bring your own toilet paper because a lot of places do not have tissue dispensers in the stalls. They have bidets or the squirters, or some of them have a big half a barrel of water with a ladle in it. And I don't think you're supposed to swish around in the barrel of water. But what you can do is you can buy the little packets. It's almost like the tissue paper that women carry in their purse, or you can buy the small roll like you would take camping. The good thing is you don't have to learn the Indonesian word for bathroom. You don't have to learn that word in any Southeast Asian country. It's all a toilet. So all you have to do is say toilet. What you have to remember is Priya versus Juanita. Priya is men's, Juanita is women's.
Great. You're Indonesian right now.
I have my own, I have a tissue dispenser, so no.
Okay, for number 8. Number 8 will be you guys really custom with Uber. We don't have Uber, but we have another app that you can use here, Grab and Gojek. That's probably the app that are really common to use in here.
But be careful. You don't want to rent a scooter, you want to rent a taxi. There's a difference.
Probably they're gonna try to, scooter taxi. They're worth it. Not he. Where you here or here? I mean, yeah, he don't really custom with the scooter taxi, and then he like,
I grew up
uh,
on
uh,
motorcycles. It's hard to ride on the back. It's hard to ride on the back.
but guys, you can try, and they also can deliver your food. So there is application, and there is a choice in that for you to just choose the food, and they're gonna bring the food to you about, I don't know, 30 minutes, and this is 24-hour service, so
Depends where
there
you
is
are. Yeah, sometimes it's quick, but it's not just food. I mean, if you need Diet Coke or, you know,
medicine, even medicine, they can help you for that.
the brand of taxi you want to look for if you have to actually find a taxi would be Bluebird.
Yeah, that's probably Bluebird for recommendation taxi, for regular taxi. Back.
Okay.
Okay, now we go to number 9. Number 9 is like how to choose the hotel. Tell them about that hotel.
Sometimes when you're looking online, even hotels.com or the local version, which was what, Agoda? Is that what it was?
No, we
Anyway,
have like the Traveloka.
Traveloka.
Traveloka,
Yeah.
yeah,
So
they
there's
use it.
several sites. There are some nice looking hotels that have a really good price, and they have this word out at the name. It'll be like, you know, such and such inn of Bandar Lampoon, and it'll have what word, Sita?
Sharia, Sharia. So
Which which means you must show a document proving that you are married to be able to stay there.
So yeah, the Sharia hotel in Indonesia, you cannot, if you're not married, you're not legally married, you cannot stay in that hotel. So you really need to be married to stay, because they're gonna ask that documentation, proof that you married. If you not, just choose the hotel without the Sharia, without that name. So you can go free. Okay. Okay.
All right, number 10. 10,
Number
10,
10.
10.
Number 10 will be toiletries. I mean, we have the same brand probably, but it's not really same. If you always use your special toiletries, you better bring from your country.
So toothpaste is not that big of a deal. But when we
Okay.
talk about things like and in the women's makeup products, the face creams and such as that, it's the same. But when we get into deodorants or soap or razors are actually hard to get there. The replaceable blades and such. But yeah, soaps and deodorants especially.
Okay, just for example, I've been used like deodorant uh, from the US. Okay, the brand D, and we also have the brand D in Indonesia, but the thing is different. In US, I can find the dry one, and it's not available in Indonesia. So it's a little bit the texture different, everything different. So yeah, you better bring yours to
And
Indonesia.
a lot of things that are packaged as liquids in Indonesia, they're not going to be in a bottle. It's actually in a bag.
Yeah,
And the bags are not really resealable. I mean, once you clip the corner off the bag, I mean, you use your straightening iron for your hair to reseal it. I
resell
mean,
that one. Yeah.
some of the soaps have like the juice, like the little juice packets that have the screw-on lid that you can put on. Most of them don't. It's just a bag that's sealed together, and once you cut it off, it's open.
Yeah. The idea was you put in your old bottle. If you have the old butter, you just pour it, that's the idea. But yeah, that's to seal it back, it will be problem because
So most everything else, fingernail clippers, fingernail files, such as that, tweezers, not a problem. Like I said, the razors and razor blades are difficult. Hairbrushes, there seems to be a very limited type of hairbrush in Indonesia. It's not like soft bristles or metal bristles or the plastic bristles, or the dog brush looking thing. It's like they're different colors and different sizes, but the bristles are all plastic and stiff.
okay, we have your 10 list. So probably that 10 can help you make your life easier when you visit Indonesia, right?
Yeah, you can get used to anything though. So be a little bit daring and be challenged by the options that are there.
Okay, thank you, Alan. Thank you for talking today, for sharing your experience with everybody here. Okay, see you guys later in our podcast. And probably next, we're gonna talk about like the some cities that you must visit when you come to Indonesia. How about that?
I like that. I know a few.
Yeah, so we're gonna share about that. So ring the bell. You can have the notification when we have the new video. Bye bye. Bye. Bye.